expect the price to do, because BTC got to a very critical point right now. Even though we're expecting a lower number, we've seen like a very strong support just about this area of 1200, right? Not 1200, but 11.2. So price doesn't want to drop to target of 97, but it is holding strong just about this area of 12.2. So we're gonna discuss the possibility of going up to roughly 12.5 before dropping down to this area of 11.5 and pushing up. So that's a possibility, but with a very low probability. Okay, so but the most probable scenario right now is to drop to the downside. Okay, with a at least a 75 to 80% chance to drop to 9700. So we're going to take a look at the volume also. It is very critical right now how the volume is looking, and then we're going to talk about the weekly. What can we get within the next 15 hours, stuff like that. And then we're gonna go into like details, talking about Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin, ADA, XLM, and EOS. All right. So if you haven't joined the Telegram group, or you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to join the Telegram group at least, so you can get these live updates. Okay. So we've been pretty good the last 6 months. Predicted BTC to get to 10,000 since like December 15th, guys. December 15th. So now we're looking for a BTC to drop down to this area before a reversal up to like 16.3, because you gotta remember our target is 16.3. Since BTC dropped down to our target of 10.7, we say BTC gonna go up to $16,000. Okay, the current price of BTC on Binance is just 11.2, so keep that in mind. All right, so let's just remove everything, and then we're gonna start off with the volume. Okay, the volume is incredible. It is incredible on the bigger time frame, but the lower time frame, we getting like roughly 50,000 trading volume a day. It's not a lot, because if you just go back to I mentioned it previously, if you just go back to this area of let me just change this arrow, like red. Okay, if you just go back roughly like this January 26th, just this 4 hours this 4 hours candle was roughly like a 50,000 trading volume, guys. So and just today, right, we got a 50,000 trading volume. So you can see like the difference, right? So it is not a lot like to get a 50,000 trading volume on the daily time frame. So it is not a lot, even though the price is decreasing, right? We're not getting enough volume. So, and I explained to you guys about the volume profile, right? So how to read the volume. So if you haven't watched any of my videos, make sure to go back and watch it. So I'm just going to give a quick review about the volume. So we've been expecting this volume to drop just like this, guys, since when? Since like the 9th, actually, yeah, June 9th, right? Because the reason why we anticipated like the volume to drop was, we received a big volume on the hourly time frame. I think it was like 1 a.m. on the 9th, like 1 a.m. like on the roughly around like 1 a.m. on the 8th. So we got like a 15,000 trading volume. So we gave a big signal, right? But if you really look at it this way, most people have been trading BTC with some 5-way structure. So the market gonna react to that. Okay, so you got this 5-way structure just like that. Okay, but price was supposed to drop from this, not supposed to, but the price could have started dropping from this area. But since like people have been looking for a 5 wave, the market just gives them this 5 wave. Okay, after that, what you can see, what you see on the screen, you see like a almost like a 20% drop, right? 18.5% drop. So but we anticipated this drop like roughly around like a 12.7. I said like don't wait for 13. Okay, don't wait for 13. That's what we said exactly. So right now we're sitting on a trend line, and most people like to trade a trend line. So the market could trick us again, give us another fake out like this, right? Most people are going to be playing this trend line. Okay, because you got to be careful, because most people are looking for this trend line. Okay, they think it's going to hold. All right, they think it's going to hold, but it can, right? Because we still can drop down like next target is just about like 10.7 to 10.8 before we're going down to 9.7 to 9.9, right? So which is roughly the same, right? Because it's just like breaking this trend line and coming back, retest it, come back to the last. So it's not gonna be a big deal. But most people like to trade a trend line, but sometimes I'm not comfortable with trend line because it can fake you out, right? It can give you a big fake out. So, but that's what we're looking for basically. If you remove everything, if I remove everything, right? So we've been looking for this ABC correction, okay? We look for this ABC correction down to this area, and this big correction could be either a one-to-one extension of the A wave. If you want to be very technical, right, you can look for this move, okay? One-to-one extension of this move, okay? It is exactly going to take you to 97. So it doesn't matter which way you want to take a look at the market right now. It's going to take you to 97, okay? It is going to 97 is the most accurate number right now to be looking to be targeted, okay? It doesn't mean like we're going to get it 100%, but you got a at least 80% probability, right, of getting 97 instead of playing that triangle. Because I'm not sure if you're seeing it everywhere. I mean, not everywhere, anywhere yet, but they're gonna be I mean, most traders gonna be playing out that triangle just like this, okay? Just like this. And BTC is just gonna do the same thing again, okay? Right, just like this. Keep that in mind. I haven't even done a sound check. So this triangle just about that. So we just have to be careful because the volume is not in favor of that triangle. The RSI is not in favor of that triangle. So I said it less than 4 hours ago on my previous live stream. So that's what we're looking for basically, right? Going back to this extension, you see this A wave, you know, we're looking for one-to-one. We could be looking for one-to-one extension down to this area. It is going to give you 97. So, but you know, if you go back like the initial drop, because that's what we said in this area from 14K to 10.4, we said exactly, okay, BTC gonna be replicating this move. Okay, we said it like when BTC was like 9,700. We say we're gonna have a tough time to break this area of 50 EMA. You see, we got that, and then we said we're gonna drop down, make an ABC correction, goes up. BTC gonna go up to like to 13K. We got exactly the 13K. We called for this 11K. We got that, guys. We called for this 12K. We got up to we went up to like 11,885. Now we're calling for 9,700. What can you expect, guys? What can you expect? You just have to stay with your strategy. So, but going back to this drop, okay, going back to this drop from 14K down to 10.7, okay, your extension tool, right? Even if you do a one-to-one extension, okay, one-to-one extension, all right, one-to-one extension of this move down to this move, okay, it is going to take you within, I mean, in the same area, 96 to 97. So it doesn't matter how you look at it, guys. It doesn't matter which way you want to look at it. The most probable scenario is to wait for BTC at 9,700, right, give or take, right, within 2% error, okay? So we just have to keep that in mind, right? So let's move on to the RSI now. The RSI is not in favor of pushing up. The 4 hours is bearish right now, because you gotta remember, like just about this area, we said like the 4 hours was bullish. If you like familiar watching my my channel, when the 4 hours was bullish, we said that the 4 hours is bullish, but the daily was bearish. I'm gonna go back to the daily, and I'm gonna show you what we talked about. So the 4 hours is not in favor, right, of a continuation pattern right now. It is not in favor. I'm not comfortable with this pattern at all, like saying BTC gonna keep going up, okay? So, but if you go back to the daily, you can even confirm it, okay? You can even confirm like a BTC is not in favor of a uptrend, all right? If not in favor, I try to be fair and to give the bulls like some hope to like go back to 12.5, but I wouldn't be waiting for 10.5 right now. I'd rather wait for not 10.5, 12.5, and wait for it to drop down to 11.5, then I'll confirm that triangle. But I'm not gonna be I'm not comfortable going with that triangle so far. So on the daily, couple days ago, we said we're gonna be making this pattern, okay, and then we're gonna drop down, okay. So the reason why we said BTC is gonna be making this pattern in this area is because of this pattern in this area, okay. It's because of this pattern in this area. Though BTC most likely gonna replicate this move. It already did like replicate this V shape just about this area, but it is just smaller. So we could anticipate like, you know, a very nasty sell-off in this area, okay, very nasty sell-off. It could be a very straight line like this, a big dump with a big volume. That's what I'm anticipating, at least for the short term. Big dump, big volume, okay. So because most people are gonna give up as soon as BTC like close, you know, BTC breaks you know, 10.8, something like that, they're gonna be panicking. So the volume could be a lot, okay. If we get this big volume, if you go back to the you know, let's see, on the chart, you can see like this, we got a big volume just about this area, okay. It was on the daily roughly like, it wasn't that bad, okay, like, but the next one was like 75,000, so it's a lot, okay. You got 45,000, 75,000, so we're not getting those type of volume yet, all right. 75,000, okay. Now yesterday we got roughly 54,000 with a very big candle, 54,000, okay. So we could be anticipating like a some type of selling pressure, roughly like to 60 to 70,000 trading volume. It could take us roughly to a 10.8, all right, 10.8, give or take. So now we talked about the R side. Right now, let's take a look at the moving average, the 50 EMA. If you take a look at the 50 EMA, right, last time we BTC like revisited the 50 EMA was like February 24th, right? February 24th. Let me change it to EMA because right now it is MA. Let's see if I just do it. Let's see something really quick. All right. So when you go back to the 50 EMA, last time we visited the 50 EMA was February 24th. So it's almost like 5 months. So that's a lot. So why did I remove you? Alright, so we got the 50 EMA. Now you take a look at the 50 EMA, it is looking beautiful. I change the color. I like my 50 to be yellow and thick. So you go back and take a look at the 50 EMA back in February. We got a nice support from the 50 EMA, okay, before the uptrend. So the 50 EMA basically started this uptrend, guys. If you go back and watch my, you know, just about this area, like on the 21st, 22nd, we said like basically gonna drop, but we still got the same. We got the fake out just about this area, okay, to the upside, just like what we got back in like in 12.7 when I said like basically gonna drop, but basically went up to 13, right? So you know, so we got the same scenario, you know, drop strongly to the 50 EMA, got a strong support, okay, move sideways, bang, okay, and then we called for the bull run, right? So keep that in mind. That was like back in February, guys, back in February. So that was back in February. So pay clear attention to the 50 EMA. Currently it is just about like 10,000, but the 50 EMA is at 9,700. So it is roughly a 1% difference. So it's 2%, 2.5%, 3% difference, right? So it's not going to be a big deal. So it's not going to be a big deal. But a support from the 50 EMA could give us a big rebound, okay? A big rebound in this area because we're most likely going to double bottom. Most likely going to double bottom. So let me take a look at the chart room. If you guys want to move on to XRP. Hey, what's up, Jack? You need help? Most likely gonna double bottom. Most likely gonna double bottom. So let me take a look at the chart. If you guys want to who's Sammy? Okay, all right. I hope you're okay, Jack. All right, so that's basically you know what we need to that's basically what we needed to talk about BTC. So we covered everything since the BTC was at 14K. So we pretty much like 90% 90% you know 90% accurate, and then we almost like 90% like within this I mean 90% completed this target. So basically that's what I'm trying to say. So keep that in mind. So it's not like we're gonna keep dropping forever. So as soon as we get to 9700, we could be anticipating some further uptrend. Okay, some further uptrend. So let's take a look at the weekly. So the weekly is not looking good. So it is gonna create a lot of panics. So okay, it is gonna create a lot of panics. But like I told you last week, couple weeks ago, okay, as long as you got this rejection candle on the weekly, you just have to be careful. Okay, don't just assume like we're gonna be dropping, right? You just have to wait for the next week candle to close, above the previous weekly open, right? At least before so, and we did that exactly, right? And we went up to I think the high was like 12,000, okay? And then this week we're looking bearish again with a big reversal candle. So it is okay. But we most likely gonna get a bearish, if like we stay on this, on this stage, we most likely gonna be bearish the next, within the next 15 to 20 hours, right? So the weekly candle gonna be bearish, definitely. All right. So you have to keep that in mind. So it is going to be very scary. We got a big volume. Okay, we shouldn't be even bullish right now. With this type of volume. It is very like aggressive to be pretty much bullish. Okay, so you got a big rejection, almost like a that's a weekly, right? Almost like 700,000 trading volume the last week of June. Okay, right now we could be getting another like a 550 trading volume. We're almost at 500, right? It is like 450. So we're most likely gonna get to close to 500. So I'm not sure if you're gonna get 600,000, 50,000 trading volume within the next 15 hours, right? So I think 18 hours. So I don't think we're gonna get 15,000 trading volume. All right. So we might not get to 9,700 tonight, right? Because we don't have the volume to get to 9,700 unless the volume like decides to push to the upside, and then the price gonna decide to push to the downside. So we just have to keep that in mind. So let's take a look at the monthly. Hey, what's up, Mike? Okay, the monthly is now looking undecided. Okay, the monthly is looking very undecided. Let's remove everything. So the monthly is looking very undecided right now. So it is going to create a lot of panics, but we got 2 more weeks. Okay, we got 2 more weeks, and we already got 1 million trading volume, 965,000 BTC trading volume, right? So that's a lot, guys. That's a lot. Just about like this area of let's see, when we started the uptrend like February, we didn't even get like 1 million. Okay, we talked about it back in February. March we got like 800,000. February we got like 860. April we got like 1.2 to 1.3. That's what we expected exactly. We got that number, so on and so on. Every single month, right? We've been accurate pretty much on our target regarding the monthly volume. So this month we're expecting 2 million trading volume, and we're on target on getting like 2 million trading volume. Okay, the lowest I'm expecting gonna be 1.8. Okay, 1.8, that's the lowest I'm expecting, and it is going to be incredible, guys, because last month we got 1.7. Getting 1.8, okay, I don't see like this volume being red. Okay, I don't see us making this move with the volume increasing up to this area and being red. Okay, could happen, all right, but I'm not anticipating it. But it doesn't mean like it's not going to happen, right? But according to what we've been getting, this is not a volume to you know, to drop the price down. All right, if that's the case, we're going to be in deep trouble. Okay, we're going to be in deep trouble, so we just have to keep that in mind at the same time. All right, we just have to keep that in mind. You just have to keep that in mind. So if like we get 2 million trading volume and the price is dropping, we gotta look for lower numbers and get some accumulate some cheaper BTC. So, and it is not gonna be a big deal. We're just gonna be accumulating. All right. So let's move on to the stock RSI on Bitstamp. You take a look at the stock RSI. We're still just about 95, so it is not a big deal. We still haven't seen any noise on the monthly yet, so but we're gonna get some. Okay, the monthly cannot just stay linear, because you gotta remember, as soon as we get to 100, right, the max you're gonna get in this, I mean not the max, but as soon as we get to 100, most likely it's gonna, if price keeps going up, right, it's gonna stay flat, and you cannot expect like these indicators, right, this blue line and then a yellow line to stay flat, you know, for the next for the entire bull run. So it just doesn't make you know, much sense, right? So you just have to be careful. So we gonna get some dropping, you know, some month we're gonna be bearish and some other month we're gonna be bullish. So but the entire bull market, it is going to be within this range. Okay, within this range, just like from like April, from like a December 15, right, up like to November 27. Okay, December 27. So you gotta think about it, right? So we got to this area like a July, so we could be in this area for the next 2 to 3 years. All right, 2 to 3 years. So that's a lot. Okay, it is a lot. It is a lot, man. It is a lot of volatility for BTC to stay in this range. So you just have to imagine, like, you know, how high BTC going to be. If like the monthly stock RSI is gonna stay in this range, right? In this range, right? For the next at least 18 months, right? 18 to 24. So. Hey, what's up, Steve? Are you the same Steve with the Steve? I look to your left. No problem, and I'm gonna give you I'm gonna help you out. And make sure to join the Telegram group, and we're gonna help each other out, and then you know, find this pattern and stuff like that. All right. So. All right. So keep that in mind, guys. BTC is extremely bullish. Even a drop, like I said it on my previous live stream, it dropped to 8,500 before the 20th. Gonna be great. At least I'm not expecting it, but if like we get it, okay, I know what to anticipate after that. Okay, but 9,700 should hold strong, and then we're gonna be moving to the upside after that. But if like we break it, came down to 8,500, we're gonna get still like 700,000 trading volume for the at least for the last week, like 700 to 500 trading volume, and that's a lot of volatility. So that's a lot of volatility. This week alone we got like 500 trading volume, and then you can see like the type of volatility we got. So can you imagine if you get like 700,000 trading volume before the last week of the month. All right, because I don't think the bulls gonna let this candle, all right, realistically I don't think they're gonna let this candle on the monthly chart, right, to be bearish. They're not gonna let that happen. All right, they're not gonna let that happen. Right, so we talked about everything regarding BTC. Is nothing to talk about right now. You take a look at the weekly stock RSI. Definitely we're gonna get this crossover, right? We're gonna get this crossover because as soon as you get this, let's go back to the monthly. I'll show you something very interesting. Okay. Okay, like you see, you can take a look at the monthly chart. Like you get this crossover, this noise. That's what we anticipated on the weekly. You know, now we, like for instance, like on the weekly, we just about this area. Okay, let me circle it so you can see. Okay, you see this circle, right? We just about this area. Now we drop into the downside. Okay, it is okay as long as we get this drop to like an equal length, not equal length, but to certain extent, you can just like you know, anticipate another crossover. You don't have to do any TA, so you just like buy whenever this you know, weekly RSI get a crossover, and then you know, just sell when you get back to 100. That's all you have to do. So you can anticipate this weekly RSI, right, to drop down to this area just about like 78 to 79, and then you can anticipate another push to the upside to like 95 to 96, right? So that way you're just gonna be playing with this. Okay, you don't have to do anything, guys. Nothing, guys, nothing. That's all you have to do. Okay, it is extremely bullish. We said it like back in February. We're gonna get some tough time as soon as the guys, you've been watching since February. Okay, we said we're gonna get tough time if the monthly, right? If the monthly stochastic, the stock RSI gets to this area and join the weekly. Okay, that's what we said. Okay, we're going to be bearish. All right, once the monthly get to this area, right, and join the weekly, right, you can see the weekly is just about this area also, right? So we said like we're going to be bearish. You can take a look at it. Now we're not bearish, but we're correcting. All right, we're correcting. So it is pretty normal to anticipate like some drops. I mean, some further drop. Okay, some cheaper BTC. Okay, what do you need help? Which indicator do you need help with, Steve? So I'm sorry, Steve, I don't know which indicator you're talking about, so just type the name of the indicator so we can take a look at it. I don't use most indicators, so you might be asking me something I'm not familiar with, so be careful. So I only use 3 indicators: stock RSI, the moving averages, and the RSI. Sometimes MACD. I don't use MACD much, but you know, maybe 1% at a time I'm using it. Yeah, so keep that in mind, man. BTC is extremely bullish. As soon as we get to like below 10K, we should see some reversals. Okay, right. So let's move on to XRP USD. Okay, because I know some people they're very comfortable with XRP USD, but I'm not really comfortable with XRP USD. In a sense, like I don't know. In a sense, like I'm more comfortable, you know, looking at the BTC pairing. So when you take a look at XRP USD, it is selling off because of BTC is selling off. So it is not. It is holding strong versus BTC. It's not dropping. Okay, it is not dropping versus BTC, but we could be coming back to retest this area. So you take a look at the weekly RSI. It is completely coming back down to retest this trend line. So it is almost there. If BTC drops before Sunday, I mean it is Sunday, before the new daily candle starts, keep dropping, most likely XRP gonna come back and retest this trend line. All right, so gotta keep that in mind. That's a weekly. So let's move on to the daily, and it is XRP USD pairing. So the daily is bullish, but the weekly is bearish. So how do you translate that into price? So it only means like the weekly gonna be bearish very shortly, okay? Because you cannot have like your smaller time frame is pretty much bullish, right? You got a crossover unless like we get another one, right? Like this. But your smaller time frame is bullish, okay? But your the next bigger time frame is bearish, okay? But it is about to, the next bigger time frame is about to get to a trend line. So you have to be very careful right now, okay, before calling for more sell-off, okay? So this, you're getting closer to a trend line, right? But you go to your your next lower, time frame, it is telling you we're about to reverse, okay? So it is a good sign, at least for the short term, all right? It is a good sign. It is a good sign, okay? It is a good sign. And at the same time, XRP is getting closer to a trend line. So we got like a lot of indicators showing like we could be reversing, and XRP is getting to a trend line, okay? This support trend line. So it is a good sign, at least for the short term. So we got a bull flag. On the daily we broke this bull flag, breaking below the 50 MA. On the weekly, it is not a good sign, but we're coming back down to a 28 cents, okay? 30 cents, right? 28, 30 cents. Okay, so it is not a bad idea, okay? It is not a bad idea. So let's go ahead and take a look at the lower time frame and see. For some reason, you got your daily, your 4-hour stock RSI is pretty much double bottom in this area. But let's take a look at the RSI, because I don't like the stock RSI on the lower time frame. It's gonna be too much noise. You can easily be a bullish like in 1 minute and be bearish the next minute when you take a look at the lower time frame. So let's take a look at it. We only need one. So you go to it. So definitely we're gonna be dropping, okay? We're gonna be dropping. So we're gonna see some cheaper, some cheaper XRP, okay? So we're gonna be dropping definitely. So looking at the 4-hour time frame, so we could look for a change in slope like this, because this is not a healthy move for XRP. I would love to see the slope to be like this, okay? Like this, okay? This type of like a semicircle double bottom like this, and then we can go up. But this move is very vertical, right? It is very, if you watch like the channel, you know we don't like this type of big move to the upside. Even like when Tron was giving us a big move to the upside back in like April, March, something like that, from like 800 sats down like to I think down like to 503, and then it gave us the same type of pattern, and then we were like, oops, Tron gonna come back down. All right, so XRP is most likely gonna come back down to this area, so we got more time to accumulate. It's nothing against XRP. You guys know I love XRP as far as the chart, but if like it is bearish, you just have to go with the chart, okay? You see what the chart say, not like what I want XRP to do. I want XRP to go up, but I don't want to fool myself. And anyway, I'm accumulating XRP. It doesn't matter like if XRP keep dropping to like a 25 to 18 cents, whatever. I'm accumulating, okay? And I know you are. Right. So that's about it for XRP. We could be seeing like a double bottom roughly to 31 cents, right? I think we came down to let's see, the lowest we came down on this drop was I think 32 is 31, right? Whoa, I don't take a look at XRP price in dollar value, so I get lost sometimes about how low XRP is. So it is at a 30, it came down to like a 31.5. Whoops, that was on July 11th on Binance. I never realized it did. So that's about it for XRP. So let's move on to Ether. Let's take a look at Ether. Ethereum is also double bottoming just like XRP, same type of pattern. So BTC is not not looking strong, and they're not looking very strong versus BTC in term of like they're not going up, they're just holding strong. So basically the BTC price action gonna affect all these coins if they don't go against BTC. So if you trade like if you buy and sell Ethereum versus BTC, you know what I'm talking about, right? So cause most people, they just buy versus the dollar, right? But basically Ethereum is making the same pattern as BTC is making, but it is just not strong enough. Okay, so basically that's why Ethereum couldn't pull back to like 0.786, which is roughly 340, okay, from this move. All right, it made the same exact move, a nice beautiful pattern, but it pulled back like to 50%. So it is showing some weakness. Okay, it is showing like, you know, Ethereum is still like showing some weakness versus BTC, because BTC made the same pattern, but BTC pulled back to like 0.786, right? So Ethereum, if Ethereum was holding strong versus BTC, Ethereum should have like pulled back to like 360, right? But it didn't. So it is showing like some weaknesses, right? So, and at the same time, Ethereum is almost like oversold. It is oversold, right? Almost like 36 in that range on the R side, but BTC, you know, on the 4 hour is not even close to you know, oversold yet. And Ethereum is making this move at the same time. So somebody asked me to include Ethereum, so I'm just gonna do a detailed analysis on Ether, right? So let me change this purple line, because make it red. Right, we're looking for red. Okay, so Ether could be making this move just by this area and give us like some sort of a triangle in this range before dropping to the downside too, because we don't have enough the volume is low at this point. So you like, if you're really bullish, right, for Ether, I would wait for a big spike to the upside on the volume. Okay, the volume is basically dead right now. You can see like this on the 4 hour, not only monthly or weekly. You can see like just about this area. Okay, you got a big spike to the upside, and then the volume is increasing, price is decreasing. All of a sudden we're getting like a sideways correction. Nothing on the volume. Okay, the volume is decreasing, so it's nothing you can do. It's nothing you can do, right? So what can you anticipate? Just anticipate like the next big spike on the volume. So I'm anticipating another drop, okay, down to this area. Okay, another drop down to this area. You could anticipate like 1-to-1 extension. 1-to-1 extension. Let's say I'm anticipating 1-to-1 extension. Okay, 1-to-1 extension, right? From this point on, right? Your first stop to your second stop. So you could be anticipating Ethereum going down like to a 210. I was anticipating Ethereum like down to roughly like 230. But when you use this extension, you could be anticipating like down to 210, right? 210 at least. But most likely, right? Most likely, okay? Most likely we're gonna get a fake out, okay? We're gonna get a fake out because the R side doesn't have enough room to be dropping, and Ether most of the time respect market structure. So it could like pull out, give us this this fake out on this triangle like this to get the RSI out of this way, right? Get this RSI like out of this way like this, and then come back down. All right, but either way you look at it, it is bearish. You could be getting like cheaper BTC, I mean cheaper Ethereum. All right, cheaper Ethereum, okay. So either way you look at it, you can get some cheaper Ethereum, just about 230. And at 230 we also got a support, right? Just about 230, 235. If you guys familiar with Ether, even if you don't trade Ether, you know Ether likes 230, 235, even back in 2017. All right, even back into 2017. So some of these coins you just gotta remember like the area of, even if you don't take a look at the chart, you just have to remember like these prices, like Ether like 270, you know, 235, 400 to 420, 800. Those targets you just have to remember, because you know Ethereum like most of the time spend too much time in those areas, okay, especially 400. I remember when Ethereum couldn't break like 400, like 396. Man, took forever for it. Took forever for Ethereum to break 396, man. Took forever. Even 585 to 520 also. So that was a good trading range for Ether. So, but 235 to 230 in this range. So, gonna be a nice area to see if Ethereum gonna be, because as soon as we get to that area, man, most people are gonna be, be like, oh, Ether gonna be bearish. Look at this. All right, they're gonna be looking for this move. Okay, we're gonna get a rebound in this wave, and then they're gonna be looking for this head and shoulder. Okay, so they're gonna be like, oh, you're gonna be bearish. So just keep that in mind, guys. You gotta anticipate all these moves so you can be ready for you know anything. Okay, for anything. So, but you don't wait till you see this pattern and then you want to be ready for. But like we're talking about it right now, it is like July 14th, okay, July 14th. So, but you know, we're not even there yet. It doesn't mean, I'm not saying we're gonna get there like July 15th, okay? Because like I said, we still can get this move, like fake out and get down to this area, and then give us a 25% move. All right, stuff like that. But we will see. You take a look at the RSI. It is in favor of that move, because we still got like some more time to drop on the we got plenty of time to drop on the RSI. Okay, we got plenty of time to drop. With no volume. Okay, with no volume. Let's take a look at the volume on the daily. Let's just remove everything. Okay, I'm pretty bullish on Ether on as far as you know, the long term. I think like we definitely gonna hit like $600, $800 Ethereum. It is just a matter of time. Okay, take a look at the volume on the daily. You see it's not doing nothing the last 2 days. Okay, even like the last bullish candle we got, the volume was nothing. It was like what, 270,000 you know, trading volume, and we averaging like the 50 days averaging just about 400,000 trading volume. Okay, 400,000 trading volume. So that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot. Most people don't pay attention to volume, but if you pay attention to volume, guys, it's gonna take you a long way. So what I mean by that, right? Because Ethereum, you see this drop from this area was on the 10th was almost like 450,000 trading volume, and then the last 50 days, you know, average volume is like what was like 420,000. So it is a lot. Okay, it is a lot. So, and yeah, like a couple days later, the very next day we got like 500,000 trading volume, and all of this just selling pressure. So now we're sitting on 50 EMA on the daily and trading below it. So most people just gonna give up, man. Let's see where the 100 EMA is at. Okay, let's see where the 100 EMA. Okay, let's take a look at the 100. As we could get a support from the 100, but let's see where is it at right now. Okay, the 100 EMA is just about like 240. Okay, 240. So it is gonna be a, it is starting to lose like some steam. So it could start like a moving sideways for a very I wouldn't say long time, but we could be looking for the 100 EMA to start looking like that, just about like 230 to 240, and then we're gonna find a rebound because we already broke the 50. The 50 didn't even get the chance to support it. It didn't even get a chance, man. It didn't even give us a chance. So next support level 50 EMA is more probable than looking for an uptrend right now with no volume at all. Okay, no volume, no volume. Yesterday we got like 200,000 trading volume Ethereum when we're averaging like 400,000. So that's 50%, guys. So but it is a good news at least, right? Because it was a selling pressure. It was a selling pressure. But I would anticipate at least a 500,000 trading volume for Ethereum on the daily with selling pressure at least, right? Before confirming like we can you know, push back up. I mean, I don't watch like most YouTubers. The only YouTubers I watch most of the time is like intro to crypto. I'm not bearish. I don't know like the market sentiment right now, but I'm just like temporarily bearish. Okay, it is. But next target, I'm looking for 16,000. So if you've been following the channel, you know we've been bearish since like Bitcoin was. So hopefully you guys got everything about Ethereum, right? So if you miss anything, you can just rewind it. Okay, watch like the last 15 minutes or so. So let's go back to BTC. I didn't know like most people are bearish, to be honest, because I try to avoid like, you know, the thumbnails, like the thumbnail, because most people, they just tell you like they follow the market structure. Because I mean, not the market structure, but like, you know, how people be like, oh, we bearish, and everybody like be like we bearish. Somebody say we bearish and everybody's bearish. But I've been bearish since 14K, guys. If you go back and watch my previous live stream, like on like I think that was it was like the 23rd, right? My videos are from the 23rd, 24th. You know, I said like 14K was the easiest target, guys. The easiest target to hit, even if you don't know how to trade. 14K was the easiest target. And I also talked to you. I mean, I also told you guys why 13, roughly like 13.75. I think 13.7, right, was so important, okay, for BTC. And we didn't break. We broke it, but we didn't close above 13.75. Okay. And at the same time, as now as we get to that area, we talked about, you know, coming back down to 10.7, going back to, you know, 13, coming back down to 11, going back, all of these moves, guys. So I'm not bearish. I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going with the flow. I'm just going with the flow, guys. So it's different. It's different, guys. But I'm extremely bullish. So I'm very bullish, guys. I'm very bullish. But I don't see anything. I don't see BTC breaking to the upside from this point, right? From this point, because I don't see it. Okay. I don't. The volume is not confirming like we're gonna break to the downside. So before breaking to the downside, you want to see a capitulation move from this pattern, from this area, right? What do you want to see? You want to see at least a very big volume to end the downtrend. Okay. Most people are gonna be giving up like this. All right, so we're going to see a one final volume at some point, right? So if you don't know how to trade with volume, how to include like volume profile on your buying and selling, you just gotta go and learn it. Okay, I actually never learned it. I just picked it up like by looking at the chart. And after then, after I went and take a look at it, I'm like, okay, I'm correct then. But it's not something I read or something I watch. It is just something I've been looking at the chart so much. Most of the stuff you just picked it up. Okay, so let's take a look at it. The volume. Look at, you can take a look at the volume. You could anticipate like a big volume, roughly 80 to 90% of the biggest volumes that started the uptrend. Okay, 80 to 90% of the biggest volume that started the uptrend to end the downtrend. So the biggest volume was like 110,000. You could be anticipating like at least 75 to 80,000 trading volume. Okay, before you call for a reversal. All right, before you call for a reversal. Hey, what's up, Charles? We are all bulls. Yeah, we are, man. But hey, the only people that get killed are if you don't follow the market. The only people basically the only people like not being profitable is those that don't pay like enough attention to the market structure. But you also gotta learn how to be patient also, because sometimes I'm not very patient. Because like most of the time I know bits are gonna be dropping, but sometimes I enter too early or I exit too early, right? Take an exit too early. So but it is just a weakness I need to work on, but it is okay. It is okay. But the most important thing is to be profitable. So because you're gonna miss out anyway, right? You're gonna miss out. Yeah. So yeah, but BTC I'm looking for. We already talked about BTC. I just wanted to answer your question. Let's move on to Litecoin. So Litecoin, I wanted to take a look at Litecoin and BTC first. Litecoin BTC pairing. If I'm waiting, hey, what's up, WLA? If I'm waiting for 9,500, I mean, I don't like to wait for the same for an exact number, but you would, at least start laddering as soon as you get like to a 10.8, 10.5, because we could get a spike. We could get a spike to the upside. Just because we got a target doesn't mean we have to reach it, because you're not going to be 100% accurate all the time, right? So 10.5 to 10, I would say at least 10.5, start accumulating, right? Because you're accumulating for the long term anyway. So unless like you day trading, but accumulating for the long term, and then not long term, even if you're swing trading, 10.5 to a 16 is still good. Okay, it is still good. I would say like buy a little bit at 10.5. All right, a little bit at 10.5, like maybe 10% of your buy order. Every $100 drop, buy like 10%. Every $100 drop, buy like 10 to 5%. All right. So Litecoin, let's see. Litecoin is not giving us any chance right now. Same type of volume profile with BTC, but this big volume we just got from Litecoin on the daily wasn't even big, like 400,000, just like Ethereum, right? So it is even bigger than Ethereum, because Ethereum was like what, I think 200,000, something like that. But because of the price difference, it matters, right? Because Ethereum is like 300, Litecoin 100. So but it is a lot compared to Ethereum. So 400,000 trading volume on like couple days ago, and price is moving sideways and volume is not even increasing. So let's just see how Litecoin gonna capitulate and give us either capitulate or give us a big move. All right. So but this big move, we're not gonna be saying, oops, Litecoin is going back to $200. Nope. You're gonna have to wait. You're gonna have to wait and then wait for a couple more days to see what type of pullback it is gonna be making. So let's see. Let's say we get a big move to the upside. I'm not anticipating. Let's say we could get a big move to the upside. We're gonna have to make a flag, and the flag you're gonna be making, your volume gonna be telling you, you know, if like you could be going up or not. Okay, if volume like stay like a slope, I mean very low after a very big volume, the selling pressure is very low within this range. Okay, like you're gonna get enough volume to make a ABC correction. We could be anticipating a push to the upside, right? But right now the volume is not calling for a push to the upside, right? It is not. And we called for this drop for Litecoin, this divergence. We called it, like, you know, when Litecoin, you know, give us this big move to the upside. Okay, we say we're gonna double bottom, right? So now we got the double bottom, we got the divergence, right? We got the divergence, right? So we could be anticipating, that's what you saw like when I just opened up the Litecoin like a chart, right? We could be getting this. That's what we anticipated, and further sell off. All right, so that's what we anticipating, at least for the short term. So let's take a look at Litecoin USD. So let's take a look at Litecoin USD. So Litecoin USD completely oversold. Not completely oversold, but very weak. Okay, it is looking weak. So I don't know the market sentiment for Litecoin right now, but you know, it is not looking strong at all. It is not looking strong at the moment. So like we said about Ethereum, you see Litecoin is just about this area of 100 EMA. Ethereum, you know, broke the 100 EMA. So you see Litecoin, we're getting support from the 100 EMA. All right. So the best possible scenario right now for Litecoin to do is just like we talked about on the 4-hour, get some sort of reversal from this 50 EMA. It could be anything like a 10 to 15%. All right, like this. Okay, 10 to 15%, and before dropping further. All right, because most people are gonna be most people are not anticipating this, but this, you know, we could be getting from Litecoin this move, right? I know it is gonna be very scary if you like Litecoin to get Litecoin like to $75 again, right? $75 Litecoin, get this move, right? And then we could get this fake out. As soon as we get this inverse, not inverse, but this head and shoulder, most people are going to be waiting for Litecoin to drop, and we're going to get the fake out to the upside. All right, so like this. I buy Litecoin weekly, so it really, I accumulate Litecoin on weekly basis. So I buy Litecoin every, like, you know, weekly, bi-weekly, and monthly. So it really doesn't matter like what it does. So I still accumulate. So it is cheap. It is just going to be cheaper for me if Litecoin came back down to like let's say $75 in this range. Okay, $70 to $70. Okay, so, but I don't know. I don't go heavy on Litecoin. Just I trade Litecoin like I trade a BTC when BTC was like a, you know, $50. So I just buy weekly. Yeah, so Litecoin is not looking strong, even though we got a support from 50 MA. So it's not to be in rush with Litecoin. We can get like some cheaper Litecoin at $70, $75. So that reminds me, because I don't do TA much on Litecoin, like unless somebody asks it on the live stream. I just buy, you know, I just buy every week. I have like I set like automatic buy, so but it helped me a lot to buy cheaper too. So let's move on to ADA. I trade Litecoin like I trade Ripple XRP also. It really doesn't matter if it goes lower. I still accumulate because you know the upside is more important than the downside right now. So Ethereum, but ADA is starting to look safe right now, right? So ADA is starting to look safe. We talked about ADA like dropping down to I think like 550, right? So we say we could anticipate Ethereum, ADA to drop down. We exactly at our target right now for ADA, right? We anticipated like drop to like lower, like high 500 sats. Right now we at 580. So let's see how Ethereum gonna be able to handle this pressure. But you know, it is not looking strong versus BTC. The volume is decreasing, price is decreasing. Hopefully we can get like one capitulation, big volume, either like a big volume or a big move on the volume. Okay, it could be like anything like a 20 to 35% move to the upside. Okay, just to start moving sideways. All right, just to start moving sideways. But we got to our target right now. Volume is pretty much big. You know, we could be anticipating, at least for the short term, a small reversal from ADA. All right, it is not going to be vertical. The drop cannot be vertical forever like this. So it's not going to be vertical like this. So let's see. An extension of the first wave, because NEO is making this move. So when I say like NEO could drop down like to 200,000 range, so you can see ADA, this move is exactly at 0.618. Let me show you. This move from like a 2,000 down to almost like a 950, right? 900. So it is the current move is 60% of that move. So I don't know if you guys understand what I mean or not, but this A correction, right? This C correction is 60% of this A correction. So a 1-to-1 extension going to be rough for ADA. You would be looking at 200 sats. Okay, 200 sats. 200 sats. So 200 sats. So it is a lot, but we right now at the 0.618 extension. So we could be anticipating, at least like I said, right, ADA to start like a reversing and at least get some sort of rejection from the 50 EMA and to get people excited. All right, to get people excited, because some coins, they just respect the market structure. So at 0.618 extension, right, of your A wave, your RSI is double bottoming. Okay, what can you expect? You just have to expect like a reversal. Okay, so ADA is the only coin like basically I'm expecting like a reversal from like a 580 so far. All right, versus BTC, right? So ADA is starting to look interesting. I haven't talked about ADA for a while now, but it is starting to look interesting again. Let's take a look at XLM also. Okay. XLM giving us a divergence, just like I'm expecting a ADA to do. So basically, XLM just made that move right to the big side, to the upside, right? So it is almost like 20% move. So we could anticipate ADA at least to give us this sort of a big move to the upside. But XLM is looking weak. This move is it's not strong at all. Okay, it is not strong at all. And then the very next day, right now, like on Sunday, we're getting like a big rejection. We push back to retest the top, so most likely we're going to be moving sideways. So I wouldn't be even like messing with XLM right now. We could be moving sideways in this range. Okay, the volume is not present. Okay, you're not getting any, like, this volume is not even bigger than any of the previous. I mean, it's slightly bigger. Okay, it's slightly bigger, but you take a look at it, this volume is not bigger than the last two previous selling pressure. Okay, even though the candle, you know, got a big move to the upside, 20%, it is not even like bigger than the last two selling pressure. Okay, last two selling pressure. So last two selling pressure. But if you get this type of selling pressure, you could at least you know, wait for a retest and buy and get, like, wait for another 15 to 20% if you're trading. Okay, like this. All right, so like this. So you want to always want to buy after the biggest selling pressure came in. Okay, the biggest one, you always want to buy after the biggest one came in. Okay, and even like if the market keeps like the price keeps dropping, you could still like wait like a couple more days. You know, if the price doesn't go up, you're still going to be able to sell at the same price. Okay, same exact price you bought at. Right, so it is just some smaller strategy you can keep in mind, so you won't be panicking. Always buy after the biggest selling pressure. You know, not the initial one. Okay, not the initial one. All right, not the initial one. Not the initial one. Because excellent wasn't looking bad on the, it was looking bad on the volume. Okay, it was looking bad on the volume. Look and see volume. Okay, you know, price is decreasing, volume is decreasing all of a sudden, right? Volume is increasing, price is increasing, and you get the biggest one. So you want to wait for a retest and then buy and wait for the 50%, I mean not 50%, but 15 to 20% move. So, but right now we're not getting a big volume. So let's move on to EOS. EOS. Okay, EOS, it seems like I didn't change it seems like I didn't change the chart. Okay, EOS and XLM, they pretty much look like the same chart, but EOS is holding strong at it is holding strong at like 40,000 in that range, 41 to 40,000. Volume not looking bad, right? Not looking bad at all. But you could give it a try for EOS. It's not a financial advice, but you could give it a try. If like EOS retest like a 38, 39,000, you could give it a try for, you know, 10 to 15% more if you're swing trading. Okay, versus BTC. You know, especially after BTC like drops down to like a 9,700. Most of these coins, they're gonna go 20% versus BTC. All right. So basically, it means like they're gonna go 20% on the dollar value too. So yeah, you just have to keep that in mind. Sometimes you don't need to wait for BTC to goes up 20%. After BTC drops, you can just buy anything versus BTC. Not anything, but if you know what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, right? You can just trade after versus BTC after BTC drops. Don't trade versus BTC after BTC is up, you know, because you're gonna be losing your BTC value if those coins you know, don't goes up versus BTC very strongly. But you always want to trade versus BTC after BTC drops, okay? But not when BTC is going up, right? So that's about it for EOS, man. Let's see take a look at the lower time frame. Okay, as we mentioned, it is pretty much like on a 4 hour, it is accumulating. It is a nice move. It is making some high highs. It is looking great. That's a 3-wave move. Okay, just have to be careful. Like that's why I say on the daily you want to wait. That's a 3-wave move, a big rejection. So not a big rejection, but a rejection. You could be anticipating this move. All right, so wait for a retest versus BTC, like roughly around like 38,000, 39,000 in that area. Okay, 39,000, and then we could, you know, all of a sudden get this move and then get a big spike. You don't know where, you're not even gonna be ready for it. So, but let's see if it's gonna play out like this. So Yeah, but the R side is very decided. Okay, it wants to go up. It wants to go up. But if I did not, let's say I'm not holding any EOS, I'm not going to be like buying at this. I'm not going to be buying at this area. Okay, even though the volume is very low, but this move, like you can see like how price is trending to the upside. Okay, let me just remove everything. Okay, you see how price is giving you this uptrend, but you take a look at the volume, it is giving you this downtrend. So it is not a good sign at all, right? It is not a good sign. It is not a good sign. If you like a very if you like have your own, if you like got a good trading style using your volume, you wouldn't be messing with it. Okay, it is very risky, right? It is very risky because you're gonna be like, I got my triangle, you know, I got a divergence, you know, I'm looking for a move to the upside. Okay, it is okay, right? It all depends on your aggressivity. Okay, it all depends on your aggressivity, right? And then you would be at least targeting this area of let's see, that's another, it's just about 5%, okay, versus BTC. And then if you target the 50 EMA, you're looking for another 10%. But if you wait for EOS to retest 38,000, you could be getting like 20% move after that, right? Going to the 50 EMA. Okay, going to the 50 EMA, like 15%. Okay, so but I'm very conservative right now. So very conservative. Okay, you gotta remember, guys, as long as you got your capital, you're gonna be playing. Okay, as long as you got your money, you're gonna be in the game. So you always wanna find a way to stay in the game. If it's not in your favor, I'm talking to myself too, because I take very risky trades sometimes. But so let's look for this move first. Okay, if we don't get it, okay, we wait for another opportunity, but not to be in rush. Not to be in rush. Right. Take a look at EOS. Let's take a look at NEO, because NEO was looking very interesting. We're almost at a 100,000. So, and in target, we said like NEO could be going to like 106. So let's see. I love NEO, man, but NEO is not looking strong, man. But NEO 2.0 is coming in, so I mean 3.0. I think next year. This is a mess. So we said NEO made a WXY correction, and then the only thing you can expect from NEO is some further sell-off. So you know, that's what we're exactly doing right now. We're expecting like NEO to drop down to this area. So, but let's take a look at it. How far are we gonna go? Let's see if NEO can make like a 0.618 extension of the A wave. We just talked about ADA. Remember, we talked about like ADA. We said like ADA made an ABC correction like this, A, like B, and your B correction being a WXY and a C, right? For NEO. For ADA, I can't remember, but I think it is just a normal correction. So, but NEO gave us this nice corrective move, guys. This nice corrective move. Nice corrective move. So, but I haven't been paying attention to NEO. So, okay, NEO gave us this nice corrective move, just like this. Okay, a WXY correction. All right, and now breaking to the downside. So let's see if we can target a 0.618 extension of the A wave. Okay, 0.618 extension of the A wave going to be cutting NEO another half. Cutting NEO another half. Okay, that's almost like roughly like 80,000. Okay, 80,000 sats. So just about 80,000 sats. Let's see if volume is in favor of that. you take a look at the volume. The volume is extremely low. I mean, it is increasing, but it is low compared to the previous selling pressure we got. You know, from like since like the first week of April, like to the first week of May, actually, compared to the first week of May, right? You see how the volume was increasing in terms of selling pressure. Right now, it is not increasing at all. So we can expect like some increasing selling pressure on the volume and get NEO completely oversold, okay? Completely oversold on the R side, right? So we could double bottom like this, okay? I love NEO, but and now price action, you could, okay? We could get some more downward pressure like this, okay? Downward pressure. Let's see. Let's see how the it's not gonna look good at all on the R side, because you're gonna get a big divergence. All right, you're gonna get a big divergence like this. You're gonna get your divergence from like the first the first week of May down to like roughly just to rough estimate like the last week of July, okay? Last week, and it makes sense like NEO dropping down to this area late July, because we're anticipating BTC to go very strong the second half of the month, okay? We're anticipating BTC to be very strong, okay? Big volume. So we're saying like the volatility going to increase 1 million trading volume like for BTC, right? For the next 2 weeks, okay? After the 15th, all right? So that's a lot. So if BTC is going to receive like 1 million trading volume and NEO doesn't have any volume right now, so how can you like use that in conjunction with the price action? You can only anticipate like NEO to drop, okay? You can only anticipate NEO to drop versus BTC, right? So but if BTC goes up, let's see, if BTC goes up like almost like double in price the last 2 weeks of July, NEO dropping 40% versus BTC, it's not going to be, it's not going to hurt NEO dollar value a lot, okay? It's not going to hurt NEO dollar. NEO could be still like $20, okay? Like could goes up to like, I don't want to do the math, but like to $17, $18. So I hope it makes sense, okay? BTC on the move. Let's take a look at BTC. When you say on the move, it means it's going up, because people don't be. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Okay, on the move, it is just it's still below 13. It is still below 11.3. Okay, let's take a look at the daily. Yeah, the 4 hour. Let's wait till 3 o'clock, because I mean the next hour, I don't know your time zone, but most of the time the last couple of days 3 a.m. has been like very volatile. 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. in that range. Even like this when we started to drop, it was like 3 a.m. in this, like I think it was like 4 this one is, yes, it was like 3 a.m. we started to drop, okay? 3 a.m. So this one, that was 8. So but 3 a.m. we usually get like 3 a.m. Eastern time, okay? New York time. So but it is not a big deal. It is just moving sideways. So because we're anticipating another wave down, okay, but the volume is not even started. The volume hasn't even started to pick up yet. So you could be anticipating this area, right? This move, right? So let me show you. Let me change the arrow color. The color of the arrow to green. All right. So we anticipating an ABC correction. All right. So if like you're anticipating an ABC correction, right? we're assuming this one is done because we said we still can't get a flat correction. So let's say if it is done in here. So going down to 97, right? So how can you incorporate your volume into your trading, right? So if you're anticipating a strong drop, your volume has to, has to be very strong. Okay, it has to be very strong. All right, it has to be very strong. So, but we're not seeing like any strong drop. Okay, we're not seeing any strong drop. And this reversal was kind of weak. So this 4-hour reversal is kind of weak, and it doesn't have any follow through. And we got a rejection from the 100 EMA on the daily. So, and we're about to get a crossover on the 4-hour time frame. The 150 EMA about to get a crossover. So that's not the first time, but we got one in this area, right? But we ended up getting a reversal. That was like 7400, okay? That was like the first week of June, right? That was like I remember exactly this pattern because I said BTC is going to the upside to 9500, like from this area. That was the first week of June, guys. After we dropped like almost 16%. Let's see if I remember well, okay? Okay, we dropped like, yep, you got like 16-18%, right? So, and I said like, we're going to 9500, guys. We're going to 9500. So I'm not sure if everybody's bullish or bearish, but I'm still bullish regarding BTC. But I'm looking for this move down to 95. Okay, down to 95. I'm looking for this move. All right. Yeah, we got this big reversal candle. It's not looking bad on the lower time frame though. It is not looking bad, especially on 45. Let's just take the hourly because it'll give us an even 15 minutes candles. So let's just remove everything. Okay, you take a look at the the hourly is not even looking that nice. Okay, it's not looking. Let's take a look at the 45. It looks better for some reason. So the 45 minutes, the volume we got in this area is not a lot. We talked about it like on the 4-hour. The 4-hour candle we got the whole volume. We got it like in 145 minutes, right? Maybe like even like 115 minutes. So it wasn't. It's not really convincing. But the price is dropping, and then volume is kind of like steady. Right now, the volume is pretty much steady. It's not doing anything. So we're gonna need to get another big volume like this on the 45, all right? Like let's say 600 BTC. Okay, 600 BTC on the 45 minutes, all right? Which is 3 15 minutes candles. So roughly like 150 to 200 candles, right? So, but the current 45 minutes just started 2:45, right? Let's see, like 2 a.m. So we got like 10 minutes, right, before this current candle is is over, right? And we only got like what? We only got let's see. I can see. Okay, why it's not showing me? Okay, hold on. Okay. Right now we got like 600, right? I think we got 600 trading volume on BTC on the 45 minutes. Let's take a look at the hourly. For some reason, it's not showing me. Okay, I don't know why it is doing that. I think it was just freezing. Let's see. Okay. but right now it is not showing me the previous volume, but we're currently getting a 600, and then it is averaging the last 50 EMA. It is averaging 1.5, 1.5, right? 100, basically 1500, BTC trading volume the last 50 EMAs on a 45 minutes time frame. So this uptrend is not very strong. It is only half of the average. The average we've been getting like the last 50 or 45 minutes candle. So it is not even half, less than half, right? And then we only got 8 minutes to go. So I'm not very convinced with this push to the upside. So don't get too comfortable. I'm not getting too comfortable at all. I'm getting too comfortable. So if you're new to the content, make sure to join the Telegram group. The link is in the chat room. If you just scroll up to the chat room, I mean on top of the chat room, you can just if you scroll up in the chat room, you can just get the link to the Telegram. The link to the Telegram group. So guys, if you don't have any coins you want to talk about, we basically talk about the top coins. Basically we talked about all the top coins, at least within the top, top 20, right? So talk about BTC, Ethereum, XRP, ADA, XLM, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash. We haven't talked about it, so let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash. Hey, what's up, Charles? Do I think 95 will hold? I think not even 97 could hold. Okay, target is 97. So let's see. I'm glad most people are bearish. So I'm glad. I didn't even know they're bearish. So to be honest with you, let's see. It's a BCH, right? BCH, ABC. Let's take a look at the dollar volume first. Okay, BCH, ABC. It is giving us a, I like this pattern for some reason, right? Because whenever you see like this pattern, but whenever you see this pattern, 80% out of time, it is going to reverse, okay? 80% out of time, it is going to give you this move, 80% out of time. So, but this one, let's go ahead and to the, I haven't talked about Bitcoin Cash for a while now. Let's see. Very strong move, guys. So very strong move. Very strong move on the daily with very low volume. Very low volume. So you take your extension. We got the formal move just by this area. So it is exactly at 0.618, guys. We got a rejection at 0.618, just about like 317. So it is a good sign. So let's see if Bitcoin Cash can and plus on top of that, Bitcoin Cash is moving below the 100 EMA on the daily. All right. So let's see if Bitcoin Cash can move sideways. Okay. So Bitcoin Cash is I mean, it could turn very bullish right now. Haven't paid attention to Bitcoin Cash dollar value, but you got a nice ABC correction, right? A nice ABC correction. All right. So let's see. You got this move, that move, and that move, and BTC hasn't. We don't have a one. We haven't even seen yet like a 0.618 extension for BTC, which could be down to like. I have to take a look at it again, but Bitcoin Cash is giving us a 1-to-1, not 1-to-1, but 0.618 extension exactly on the dot. Some people are trading, with high IQ, man. Like, I don't know, but it is so accurate, like how Bitcoin Cash came down exactly at 0.618 extension of the first move. Because BTC, we're looking for 0.786 at 97. That's why we're calling for BTC to drop at 97. because BTC the first drop from 14k to 10.4. We're looking for that drop, the same extension, right? Not same extension, but 80% of that extension. We're looking for it from like 13k to 9. It's from 13k, so it is going to be at 97. You know, I hope it makes sense, okay? But BCH, let's see if it's going to move sideways, because on the lower time frame, as soon as we open up the chart, we say, you know, I said like I like the move, okay? I like this pattern. Okay, I like this pattern. I love this pattern. If it was BTC, I wouldn't say like BTC gonna be dropping to 97. Okay, you just gotta recognize this pattern. Okay, that's the same pattern we got like from like a 3600 from BTC, like when BTC dropped like on the 24th of February from like I can't remember, but I can't remember the same exact price, but we came down to the 50 EMA. And then I said like we're gonna be moving sideways and bang. All right, so it could be the same pattern, okay? Because it could be the same pattern. So pay clear attention to Bitcoin Cash now. Pay attention to it, because going back to 420, it is a big move, okay? It is almost like a 25% move, okay? 25% move. Take a look at the 4 hour. But the volume is very low for some reason, man. It's very low. Very low. Yeah, that's very that's very low. So that's what I say about BTC. Also, you know, how your volume is increasing. I think it was EOS. Okay, when we talked about EOS, we said EOS is making this move, volume price is increasing, but volume is decreasing. Okay, we can take a look at EOS. Okay, we said like EOS, wait for EOS to retest 3800. So that time we haven't even seen like Bitcoin Cash yet. So you take a look at Bitcoin Cash, it is coming back down. So it is getting a rejection, but this rejection is pretty close. You can call this a double bottom. Okay, so you can call this a double bottom. But big volume going to be coming in for Bitcoin Cash, and I would be anticipating so we could be anticipating a reversal, at least for the short term. Okay, it doesn't mean like Bitcoin Cash is going to go to 5,000, stuff like that. It is just going to reverse and get some rejection around like 400 in that range. Because I like the RSI. We talked about it earlier. Okay, I like the RSI. I like how the RSI it's not vertical like this. Okay, the slope is more, it is not that aggressive. Okay, it is not that aggressive. So hey, what's up Eckhart, 27 cents XRP. If we get that and BTC 9700, we could like push to the upside. I mean, that's very possible. Let's see how XRP going to be holding, because we're anticipating XRP BTC to drop to 2200, right? Not dollar, but like 2200 BTC, right? 2000 level, 2000 sats, right? So that's very possible, but I'm not worried about XRP dropping. Even like XRP looks like looks a lot like a Bitcoin Cash USD. So I just changed the screen. Look at it. That's a 4 hour. All right. So you go to BCH ABC. Okay, you got the same move, right? You got the same move. So let's go back to XRP BTC. So, and it's different pairing. This one is versus a dollar, and XRP was versus a BTC. So it is amazing. XRP BTC. It only means like, let's see the lower time frame. Let's see what we talked about XRP before on the daily. Yeah, so XRP, the price is going up, volume is decreasing on versus BTC. We're starting to see like a slight, increase in price from this after this bottoming, just about double bottom, but the volume is not confirming the uptrend. We can like keep going up slightly versus BTC, while BTC is dropping up like to even like 3,300, but the volume is not going to be confirming like we're going to be going up. You can see like XRP got a lot more volume than most of these cryptos. Okay, a lot more volume than most of these crypto, because Litecoin doesn't have this this type of volatility. Even though XRP is dropping, man, a lot of people are accumulating, man. I'm telling you, man. Most of us gonna miss $60, $80 XRP. So, but let's not focus on that too much. But the lower time frame right now on the 4 hour, yeah, volume still decreasing. Let's take a look at volume still decreasing. Okay, just like that. Okay, but price is not moving, and from this point to that point, price is not moving. Okay, it is not moving. Yep, we got this correction sideways. So let's see how XRP gonna handle the next big volume coming in. Okay, on the 4 hour. So, but it is a good sign. At least we got this big move, like this bigger volume. You can see, like, I think it was like I think we talked about it around EOS. Wait for the EOS or ADA. Wait for the big volume to come in, at least before after you retest it, the big volume to come in, just this candle. Wait for a retest and buy at the same exact price. You're gonna get some some good deal. Okay, that's a 10% move. Okay, and if you do that 10 times, you double your XRP value. Okay, so that's all you need. Wait for the the biggest volume to come in, and wait for the price to retest the exact same price, and then go in. Okay, but we're gonna go back to XRP. Target is nothing but 2200 range. 22. If like we keeps dropping, looking for 22 to hold strong. Right now we're sitting just about 29. Okay, XRP BTC. Take a look. This trend line just failed, so take a look at the weekly. Let's take a look at the weekly. So the weekly we're getting we just broke this trend line, so we're looking for this move. Okay, we're looking for around like 2200, not even 15, but we're looking for this move from this area. Okay, we're almost there on the weekly, so we're almost there. So let's see if XRP gonna hold just about like the lower 2000. Okay, XRP going down to 24. I mean, people are gonna be buying, man. People believe in XRP, even if XRP goes to 50 cents, because they know the potential of XRP. I mean, at least now though, don't buy like because people are gonna say XRP gonna be going up. Just do your own research, and if you think like it's gonna drop, leave it and buy something else. So you got plenty of projects out there to we could be expecting to go up. XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin, most Neo, Neo went up from $200 now down like to $5. That's even not, that's like 97% down. XRP went up 500x, guys, and just in 2017 alone. People forget too quick, man. They forget about this stuff too quick. Too quick, guys. So Beam. I don't know that coin. BEM. BEAM. Yeah. All right, guys. I'm just gonna call it a day, and then we're gonna go live again. Just about in less than 24 hours again. If you're new to the content, make sure to join the Telegram group. The link is in the chat room. If you scroll up, you're gonna find the link, and then we're gonna see how BTC gonna be performing the next 20 hours, right? So next 18 hours. So all right, thank you for watching.